Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on Legends of Tomorrow Season 3. And this is actually going to be my trailer breakdown for the third last episode of this season. It's coming to an end. It's going to be the finale before we know it, but this is for episode 16, otherwise entitled I, Ava. But of course, before we get into the rest of the video, let's actually watch the trailer.
What kind of world is this?
Ava Sharpes.
We are so close to getting the upper hand on Wallace.
Bring the missing totems to me.
Oh my god.
DC's Legends of Tomorrow. All new episode Monday at 8, 7 Central on the CW.
So last episode was arguably the best episode of the season. I'm not saying it wasn't good, because it was very good. I mentioned that in my review, but it's not like everyone's favorite, but it does seem to be like in everyone's like top 3 by the looks of it. Personally, I think it's number 2 on my list. My favorite still has to go to the episode where we went to Ray's childhood and we had like the ET sort of episode. I just really enjoyed that episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. Obviously, last episode was probably the best episode in regards to the whole plot of the season, you know, fitting the plot and the main story, but I just love that episode where we went back to Ray's childhood. I just really enjoyed it. But of course, before we get into the actual breakdown of the trailer, we will quickly go over the synopsis or description for this episode, which does give us, you know, a better idea as to what's going on throughout this episode. But of course, before that, be sure to let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions on, I guess, Legends as a whole in general, but mainly this trailer. What are you looking forward to the most? What catches your eye? Did I miss out on anything in my breakdown that you think I should have, you know, brought up? Just let me know in the comments section down below. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like on it to show your support and subscribe to the channel if you're new. When Ava disappears, Sarah and Ray set out to find her after some prodding from Time Bureau agent Gary and a disturbing truth about Ava. Amaya tasks Zari with helping train Rory in controlling his own totem power. Meanwhile, Nate and Wally set out on a mission that goes awry when they pair with an unlikely person to try and get a totem. So as most of you would be able to guess, the title of I, Ava is referring to the Will Smith movie from over a decade ago. Like, I can't believe it was that long. I remember seeing it in goddamn cinemas. I think it was 2003, maybe 2004 it came out. Anyway, it was a while ago. And that movie is, of course, I, Robot. And what we are seeing throughout this trailer is that director Ava Sharpe, it feels weird saying director Ava Sharpe because we've had director Hunter, as in Rip Hunter, and then director Bennett, but Gorilla Grodd decided to turn him into a Bennett pancake. But yeah, director Ava Sharpe of the Time Bureau is either the source of like various clones or is a clone herself, and maybe this her herself, like there was no original maybe. Maybe it was just like they were designed. It's sort of weird. That is something I think that will be dived into within this episode, whether Ava is one of these clones or is the original. Like, that will be interesting to find out because it is sort of creepy looking at it. And if you think back to various parts of this season, Ava does do things like very, you know, systematic, if you want to call it, like very organized, which sort of made her a bit of a prude, if you want to call it, like most people's first impressions. And it was really Sarah that was able to tap into that non-prude side of Ava. So it wouldn't really come as too much of a surprise when you look back at throughout this season with Ava and how she's acted that she might be a clone. But then again, she might just be the perfect person to make clones of because she is so systematic, if you want to call it, and so straightforward and so organized. So she is like the perfect person to make into a clone to do various things, which we will talk about from this trailer. But yeah, we do start off this trailer by seeing Ava being scanned by this big machine, which is followed by Gary and Sarah coming upon the countless copies of Ava's right here. Now, this could be an anachronism that's, you know, it's been going on throughout this whole season. It obviously could be an anachronism, but what it seems is going on here is that this is like a true thing with Ava, like this is part of her. And also it could be said as like some weird thing happening in like a modern period of time, like, you know, 2018 or 2015 or something like that. But I think it would be the best to just assume that this is set in the future, whether it be 10, 20 or 50 years in the future, or even less, like 5 years or something. Just some point in the future would be the safe guess for where these like Ava clones are set. Now, from what it looks like, the Ava clones are essentially just like chore doers by the looks of it, as well as like serving purposes for the general public on the streets. So we see one of these Ava clones walking a pram as if like, you know, they're like a nanny almost. We see one of them with scrubs on it by the looks of it, serving as a nurse, so that would work, I guess. You wouldn't get any dodgy nurses. I've heard of like nurses stealing stuff from bedside tables and stuff. Not calling out all nurses, but it happens. Sometimes people need some extra money, but you wouldn't get that with a clone like this. They'd just be doing their job, and you could like put it within them that they would know maybe more than your regular nurse, something like that. We even see 2 Avas as like traffic controllers of sorts, directing both bike and pedestrian traffic. And the big one, I guess, from the trailer, which is like, okay, well, that's a bit weird, is the multiple Ava clones as soldiers or troops of some kind. So, once again, they fit that as well. Like, all these things, they're very, like, the person needs to be organized, and it's almost like they're following like, you know, a system, like they're systematic almost. So you have the nanny, they just do chores, they walk the baby, do the baby stuff, all of that good stuff. The nurse, follow directions. Traffic controllers, that's self-explanatory. And then the troops, they follow orders. So they follow all these different things, and these Ava clones are fitting in, you know, to what they need to do. Because if you look around with these Ava clones, not everyone on this earth is an Ava. You know, it's not like the world has become Ava. There's different people there, and just these Ava clones are like serving different purposes. Now, getting straight into this point from the trailer, we may as well not like lollygag about. We see Amaya back with her spirit totem in this trailer. You only see it for a quick second, but you do see her eyes lighting up as she does when she uses her abilities, and you see the spirit totem around her neck. So she is getting that back at some point in this episode. You would think, you know, in the back third, you would think. But as we know, Nora Dark is in possession of the spirit totem at this point, and she is pretty heavily connected to Malice, so you would think it would be pretty difficult, or would be a pretty difficult task at least, to get that off of her. But as the synopsis does say, Nate and Wally will pair with an unlikely person in order to try and get that totem, or a totem, might I say. And just going off what we see in the trailer, you would think that the unlikely person is in fact Amaya's granddaughter, not Mari, but Kawasa. If it was any other totem, then I think Kawasa might not pair up with Nate and Wally, but seeing it is a totem might I say, connected to her grandmother, Kawasa might feel the need to help for this specific part. We do see Wally's Speed Force punch like Kawasa into like next week, but I feel she might be a little standoffish at first before deciding to team up in the, you know, and beat Totem Hunters with Nate and Wally. If they start calling themselves Totem Hunters, then, you know, plus 10 marks for this episode. And right at the end of the trailer, we do see Ava coming face to face with those Ava clones, who are those like troops, as I was talking about before. As I was saying, it will be interesting to see like what the hell is going on here, whether Ava is in fact a clone, or if she is the OG Ava, or if everyone's just an Ava clone, they're just like, you know, just made to look like that. Who knows? Just let me know what you think in the comment section down below, because I'm sure there's differing opinions on what you think is going on with Ava. Do you think she is the OG people and these, you know, different clones were based off her, or do you think she is a clone that's gone a bit rogue, or was designed to work for the Time Bureau? Just let me know in the comments. And one thing that isn't brought up in the trailer, but I'm hoping they dive into this episode, that was brought up last episode involving Nate, and that is the Earth Totem. Who do you think the bearer of the Earth Totem is throughout this season? We know that Zari has the Air Totem, Amaya has the Spirit Totem, Sarah, you know, is the bearer of the Death Totem, even though I don't think she's going to willingly be putting that on all the time. Mick is the Fire Totem, and of course Kawasa is like embedded with the Water Totem. So who is the Earth Totem? Let me know in the comment section down below who you think has the Earth Totem as well. I know a lot of people are saying Ray is going to be the one that is the bearer of the Earth Totem, which would be interesting. But yeah, I'm interested to see what everyone else thinks, so let me know. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on the video, show your support. As I said, just let me know all of your differing opinions in the comments. Who's the Earth Totem bearer? What do you think is going on with Ava? Is she the OG? And just all your different opinions on the trailer. Let me know in the comments. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.